Today we are talking with Fiona Kesby. Am I correct in saying
Hi,
that?
Paul. Yes,
Yep.
that's correct. Great
Okay.
pronunciation.
So today we're talking about VAs, hiring VAs, all things VA, which is an important part of any business that is growing. When a business is growing, they're actually at one of their most vulnerable points, because if you grow too fast or you don't have things in place, you can actually destroy your business quite quick. So one of the major problems that a business has when they grow is the cost of growing is very resource intensive. And so Fiona is here today to talk about what it takes to hire a VA and start addressing some of those issues of cost. Also doing it in a really good way with regards to not firing your staff, for example. It's not about doing that. We're not trying to do that. We're not trying to take jobs away from anyone. We're just trying to grow a more sustainable business, which is good for everyone. So, Fiona.
Hey, Paul, thank you. What a great introduction. And yeah, a really great point that's something that we really consult with our clients, is that it's not about cutting jobs in Australia. It's about helping to grow the business, because most of the small to medium-sized enterprises and businesses that we're working with, they get to a point where they know they need extra help, but it's too cost prohibitive in Australia to bring on one full-time resource to help them make that next jump up. So we're really saying it's about looking at, all those low-value tasks or repetitive tasks that you can send offshore to the Philippines, to your Filipino VA, so that your team in Australia have got more time to do the activities that are going to be expanding the business and making those sales. Look, a great example I can share with you is an electrical contractor that does both home and commercial electrical support. And he got to a point where he first of all had a team member that was going on maternity leave. And so he wanted to be able to bring on another resource that could help on the maternity leave. But then when his current admin person came back, he wanted to be able to offer her part-time and also offer her a role to move into marketing, which was an area that she wanted to work in. So by having a VA admin in the Philippines at a reduced price meant that he could then offer her that flexibility and also offer her the opportunity to move into another area and increase her skill set. Then secondly, was missing out on a lot of tender opportunities for within the commercial space because he couldn't afford to bring on a second estimator. So he then hired an estimator in the Philippines, which meant that he never said no to a tender. He was able to tender more, won more business, and then hired more electricians. So those two positions that he hired in the Philippines actually meant that it created more jobs for him in Australia.
So it sounds like your role in all of this, like although you are a recruiter, you're bringing people in to help with certain jobs.
Yes.
There's a much bigger role that you're playing, which is actually helping businesses restructure to grow.
Yes, that's correct. So it's looking at, which are the tasks that you can move over to the Philippines to assist, your current team in Australia to scale as well. Because there are some tasks or work that needs to stay in Australia. That's where the strategic smarts are. And, that's really important. You can't offshore your strategic and your strategy.